Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to 10 minutes of BPTV News, brought to you by Bình Phước Radio, Television and Newspaper. I'm the Wang, and now let's take a look at our headlines. Training workshops on Vietnam-Australia organic food held. Provincial Youth Union activities yield excellent outcomes. Parliaments of Vietnam, Bulgaria strengthen cooperation. Ladies and gentlemen, Vice Chairman of the Bình Phước Provincial People's Committee Trần Văn My, and leaders from department, agencies, and credit institutions in the province attended a national online conference on January 8th to deploy banking tasks for 2024.
In 2023, with its pivotal role in Vietnam's economy, the flexible management of monetary policies by the State Bank of Vietnam, or SBV, contributed to stabilizing the macroeconomy. Inflation was controlled at about 3.2%, or lower than the target of 4.5%. Interest rates on new deposits and loans at commercial banks fell about 2.5% compared to the end of 2022. The foreign exchange market also remained stable, and short-term exchange rate fluctuations were limited. With comprehensive solutions from the SBV, as of December 31, 2023, total credit in the entire country stood at approximately 13.56 quadrillion Vietnam dong, an increase of 13.7% compared to the end of 2022. Addressing the conference, Prime Minister Phạm Minh Chính requested that the banking sector continue to proactively and flexibly implement monetary policy measures to stabilize the macroeconomy, control inflation, and create significant momentum for socio-economic development in 2024 and subsequent years.
The People's Committee of Hớn Quản District in Bình Phước Province, in coordination with the Mekong Organics Company and the Việt Hà Organic Agricultural Company Limited, has conducted training workshops at Việt Ha's farm on the production, certification, processing, and trade of organic food. 27 cooperatives and small and medium-sized enterprises from southeastern provinces participated in the workshops, with further sections to be held until January 11th.
The training was conducted by organic agriculture experts from Australia, along with local experts and businesses specializing in the production, processing, and export of organic agriculture products in the southeastern region. The workshops consist of 7 main topics: organic farming methods, pest and disease management, organic fertilizer composting, preparation of biopesticides, packaging and post-harvest storage, and the commercialization of products to meet organic standards for export. They form part of the Enhancing Organic Agriculture Trade and Investment between Vietnam and Australia project being conducted by the Australian Department of Foreign Affairs and Trade. Training is one of 4 main activities within the project, which includes export readiness training, the promotion of trade and investment in organic agriculture between Australia and Vietnam, certification and trade of organic agriculture products between Australia and Vietnam, and a 10-day study tour to Australia for 19 Vietnamese farmers, commercial enterprises, and organic agriculture processors.
Youth Union activities and movements throughout the year in Bình Phước Province has yielded excellent outcomes, with all key targets surpassed.
This was highlighted during a conference organized by the Standing Committee of the Bình Phước Provincial Youth Union to review the work of the union and the youth movement in 2023. A total of 14 targets and plans for the year were successfully met. Notable achievements include the full support of 7 innovative youth startup projects and job consultations provided to over 31,000 students. Job placements for young people were also coordinated, benefiting 6,100 people. There were also 1,873 outstanding youth union members recommended for party membership, resulting in 559 successful admissions. The New Style Rural Area Building and Civilized Cities Emulation movement also yielded positive outcomes. Notably, 67 roads stretching 52 kilometers in length were constructed, while 7 kilometers of model flower routes were created. There were 28 initiatives to fight plastic waste and 67 projects targeting environmental protection and climate change response implemented, and also 249,000 trees of various species planted.
And now let's move on to the top stories around the country. Speaker of the National Assembly of Bulgaria, Rosen Dimitrov-Geliaskov, was in Vietnam for an official visit. On January 8th, Chairman of the Vietnamese National Assembly, Vương Đình Huệ, held talks with his Bulgarian counterpart.
The visit by Speaker of the Bulgarian National Assembly Rosen Dimitrov-Geliaskov is the first to Vietnam by a parliamentary leader of Bulgaria in 12 years and following National Assembly Chairman Vương Đình Huê's visit to Bulgaria in September 2023. Both host and guest agreed that the two national assemblies will push ahead with implementing the recently signed Memorandum of Understanding on Cooperation. They agreed that the two sides will hold a meeting of the Intergovernmental Committee for Economic, Trade and Scientific Cooperation soon in 2024 so as to open up new cooperation areas and facilitate goods entry into each other's markets under the EU-Vietnam Free Trade Agreement. Chairman Huê appreciated the Bulgarian National Assembly's ratification of the EU-Vietnam Investment Protection Agreement, emphasizing that this deal will help Bulgarian businesses access the Vietnamese market of over 100 million people and reach the ASEAN market, home to a combined population of over 650 million. Geliaskov held that the strategic agreements between Vietnam and the EU, including the EVAPA and the EVFTA, will help further expand partnerships between the two countries. Vietnam highly values the EU's common stance on the East Sea, Huê said, calling on Bulgaria to support ASEAN and Vietnam's stance on the ensuring of security, safety, and freedom of navigation and overflight, and on the maintenance of peace, stability, development cooperation in the regions and the world. Following the talks, they witnessed the signing of a cooperation agreement between Lai Châu City of Vietnam's Lai Châu province and Kazanlak City of Bulgaria. After that, they joined in a press meeting to announce the outcomes of the talks.
Ho Chi Minh City has attracted more than $1 billion, both new and adjusted capital, to its industrial park so far this year, surpassing its plan by 33.57%.
The Ho Chi Minh City Export Processing and Industrial Zones Authority said of the sum, foreign investment reached $221 million, up 12.4% year-on-year, with 16 new projects worth over $63 million, and 32 others adjusting their investment capital by more than $157 million. For domestic investment, the country's southern biggest economic hub lured over $788 million, a year-on-year rise of 123.7%. The Ho Chi Minh City Export Processing and Industrial Zones Authority said. Administrative procedures have been reformed, adding it has also worked hard to remove obstacles to enterprises and promote investment, production and business. Besides, the agency has regularly consulted with investors and paid attention to attracting investment to supporting industries and big high-tech projects. Notably, ministries, centrally run agencies and the city itself have stepped up the one-stop-shop mechanism, thus creating a healthy administrative environment to attract more investors.
Not just cultivating tourists with the natural beauty of its mountain, forest, and island, Vietnam's rich heritage also appeals to many visitors. Cultural heritage tourism has been identified as one of the leading offerings contributing to Vietnam tourism brand.
A notable milestone for Vietnam's tourism sector in 2023 was again being honored by the World Travel Awards with the title World's Leading Heritage Destination 2023. Their comments reflect the genuine emotions travelers experience in Vietnam. Heritage destinations have become an integral part of international visitors' exploration of the S-shaped country. Vietnam's recognition as the world's leading heritage destination enhances its tourism profile and position. To sustain the title, however, the tourism sector needs to create more attractive experiences to extend the stays of international guests. 2024 is considered a turning point for Vietnam's tourism sector. The country has placed much hope and efforts to boost its appeal further and to turn tourism into a leading and environmentally sustainable economic sector by 2030.
And that's it for this edition of BPTV News. Thanks very much for watching, and we'll see you in the next time.